Okay, I went to my firewood pile and I've got this piece of Bradford pear. It's not straight, it's kind of curved. You can probably see that right there. And I've chucked this up. I'm going to put a tenon on this end, and then so this is my my headstock here. I'm offset. This side I'm dead center where my placement's at. On this side though, I'm way offset here. I'm up to the edge. It's probably as close as well, I could get closer, but I'm about an inch from the outside edge. And what that's going to do for me is when I make this Christmas tree, the bottom here, the bottom branches will be full, but as it gets to the middle here, this is going to cut into the branches and give it that offset look. But when I get back to the top here, it's going to be solid. So I can lay that out here. Here's one of them I made. So the top's going to be here and the bottom's there, but you can see it's going to cut in just like this tree is. Just like that tree is cut in too. So it gives it that kind of looks offset. So the first thing I'm going to do is get this going. I'm going to round off this lump here a little bit because it's offset and it's going to vibrate quite a bit. And then I'll stick my tenon onto the bottom here. So get my shield on. I'm going to crank this up until it starts to vibrate, and then just back it off a little bit. Okay, I'm not going to turn any farther up than this because I want this bottom branch to be all natural. The rest of these branches are going to have one smooth edge where I cut this, and then the other half's going to be natural, but I want the bottom one to be all natural, so I'm not going any farther down than that. I've got it somewhat rounded off, got some of this excess lumpy part off there so it won't vibrate quite so much. I'm going to get in here now and tuck the tenon on that. I'm going to turn this for my let's see if you can see this. I can set this on my lathe stock here, and it's got all my different chucks. So right here is my minimum for my 50 millimeter chuck, you know, and then it shows my minimum for my 75, and then my minimum for my 100. But I'm going to cut this for my 50. I'm going to go just a little above 50. So. Okay, now I'm going to flip this around and put it in the chuck. Okay, got it set up in my chuck, my 50 millimeter chuck. I've tightened it down. I got my tailstock up. I'm going to turn all this with the tailstock up, except for the very point. I'll pull the tailstock away when I put that last little bit on there. So right now I'm going to get this to more of a funnel, more of the shape of my Christmas tree. Okay, so now I kind of got my basic shape here. My top branch, which is going to be probably about right here, and it's going to go kind of thin, you know, because it's got to end up here. It's not going to end up here. My top branch is going to end up here somewhere. So I'm going to have it about here so I can get a nice small point. I'll be making this smaller as I go. So this will be my first ring. So I'm going to kind of mark those out right now. Let me turn this way down. And so my first one, I want every branch to get just a little bigger. So I'm going to put one there, and I'm going to put one there, and I'm going to put one there, and then my last one's going to be down here where it's full. So I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 branches on this tree. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut in where all these go, and I'm going to do that with a little carbide tool here. This is Ron's tool. It's a detail carbide, I think he calls it. So I'm going to use that to etch in here and make a nice clean cut at the bottom of each one of those branches. So now I'm going to take my detail gouge, my detail spindle gouge, and I'm going to define not the top one, not all the way, but the next one. I'll start working on these. I found the best way to clean this out underneath here. I mean, you could do it with your spindle gouge. I can get in there, and I can come down here and just kind of slowly work that out of there. But this detail carbide that Ron sells, you can get in there and just kind of slowly work around it. And just take a little bit at a time, and it does a really nice job. Just kind of working your way in there. Just like so. You know, and then I can come in there with my detail gouge. I can take one more pass. Kind of blend that together. So now I go to the next one here. Do the same thing, come in here with the detail carbide. Clean that out a little bit. Come in here. There, they got a little thin here, but I think it'll be okay. I mean, it's just a Christmas tree. So let me move this back here a little bit so I can get into the last one here. Okay, now I'm up to the top here where the trunk is, and I'm going to use just a regular square carbide to get in here and cut this thing out. Shut this off, and I'll move the tailstock back and then slowly start it back up to see how much wobble we've introduced to it here. I think we should be good. Just a little bit, not too bad. Okay, now I'm going to sand that. I can easily blend this whole top part here. I'm going to sand this probably just the 220. Maybe not even that. I mean, I already got some pretty good cuts in here. And then cut the bottom off, and I'll do a one coat of sanding sealer on it, and then I'll come back and just give it a quick shot of lacquer. So yeah.